Hey, how's it going, guys? I am back with another video, and since Asuka released like 2 days ago and I'm such an on-point YouTuber, I decided to do a Ino guide. Yep, I'm gonna do a little tips for a Season 1 base roster character. First thing we're gonna talk about is our basic game plan, which is fairly simple to understand. You just go into a knockdown, throw the notes out, force your opponent to block, and you go with an ILO mix-up. Her dash is incredibly good for this usage since she is airborne as soon as she dashes. This might seem simple, but going for an empty dash into a low or just going straight for the overhead is basically a 50-50, so it's highly effective even as a simple game plan. And either hit can loop back into itself or vortex effect. Let's look at a few examples. So her game plan is pretty simple to understand, but she needs tools to reach her goal. Let's look at a few tools. The first tool we're going to look at is the heavy version of Stroke the Big Tree. When they hit successfully, you can go into the game plan directly. It can also low profile a ton of mid-hitting normals and mid-hitting projectiles. However, Ino is in a counter hit state as soon as the move is out, and it's kinda slow and predictable. Using fast PRC into throw can be a strong mix as well. The next tool we're going to look at is our Crouching Slash, or 2S. Although it's minus on block and can be punished, you can space it properly and make it safe. It's a move with a lot of range, and it can punish moves that people don't expect, like Tamigaishi. Next up is 214K, or Chemical Love. First thing you'll notice is that it has deceptive range, hitting almost full screen. However, it will whiff on docking opponents, as shown here. It can also counter projectiles on reaction, as shown here. Next tool is 214P, or the Note. This slow projectile can bait your opponent into a reaction by trying to jump over it, or attempt to dock under, or even attempt to reflect it. Now let's talk about 6H. 6H is going to be Ino's main combo tool since you can Gatling into it from either 2K or the jumping slash, jumping heavy slash. And in the corner it offers up pretty damaging combos, either using Tiger Knee 236H or just going for another dash afterwards. Let's look at a few examples. Six H is also versatile since you can convert into it from H stroke. So the basic game plan doesn't cut it? Let's look into a little bit more advanced mix-ups. First thing we're going to look at is if you keep dashing after a knockdown, you get a cross-up. Another tip is to do an empty dash. That way you land, they think you're going for a low, and grab them. You can also replace the grab with our Megalomania Super. The advantage here is that it's going to punish a wake-up grab. Speaking of supers, breaking a wall with an overdrive is going to lead to a hard knockdown. If you dash from the second screen, you can go above them and do a cross-up. It's even going to beat wake up anti-airs. So these mix are still not doing it for you? Alright, I'm going to bring out the bag of tricks and we're going to look at advanced stuff. Similar to Kai's, Ino can set up a fuzzy overhead by going into a BRC jump slash into an instant overhead jump slash. Unlike Kai, Ino gets actually a good conversion from mid-screen, going for the BRC fuzzy. Speaking of Kai techs, Ino actually gets a BRC instant overhead as well. Using it after an empty dash is sure to surprise your opponent. After landing a 6H, if you go for a heavy stroke again, you can dash forward, cross up, dash backwards into a jumping kick to do a same side fake cross up. The wall being a thing in Guilty Gear Strive means that even though you can get easy access to high-low and 50-50 mix with Ino, eventually they're gonna escape the wall or you're gonna break the wall. However, Ino can set up easy wall slumps, meaning you get to keep the corner forever. But the wall's HP being ambiguous means it's not easy to predict when it's going to cause a wall slump. But there's a trick. Using BRC, we can know exactly when it's going to go for a wall slump. So these are all the tricks I've learned playing Ino for the past 2 weeks. I hope this is going to help you out if you want to pick up Ino. If you want to pick up Asuka, honestly I don't know how to play that character, so best of luck! Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you on the next one.